Good morning. My name is Claudia and thank you so much for watching this first video. I am new to YouTube, not as a user obviously, but as someone who has her own channel. So I think it's very exciting. And I want to use this first video to just try and keep it brief but introduce myself so you have a little bit of an idea of who I am. And just the basics about me. I am a girl, or a woman, I should say. I'm 40 years of age, but I don't feel like that at all. And I live in the Netherlands. I'm Dutch. I do enjoy speaking English. I studied English actually, and I feel a bit rusty, but I feel also that if I get into this, then it will probably come back quickly and come fluently. It's a beautiful day, and I want to share with you that I am working with energy a lot. I am a healer. I am studying energy. I'm also trained to be a life coach, and I am a student of A Course in Miracles. And in addition to this, I love working with cards, oracle cards, tarot cards. Any kind of card that sort of helps you use your intuition is fine by me. I enjoy them all. I don't particularly enjoy the dark decks with blood and vampires and stuff. There are some readers who say that that probably means that I'm dodging the reality of ego or three-dimensional consciousness. I don't know if that's true. I just don't really like violence or blood or aggression. So that's me. Very gentle. I love animals. I don't have animals at the moment because I live in an apartment and we're not allowed to have them here. And as I still have like a regular job working for a company, I spend a lot of time there. Not now because I'm recording this at the end of May. It's King's Day in the Netherlands today, and we're all quarantined, or most of us are quarantined due to the coronavirus crisis. So I'm spending a lot of time at home, which for me personally works fine because I am very sensitive to energy, and being at a busy office, sometimes it's difficult for me to, remain grounded and remain in my own energy, my own connection. So I really have to work hard at that sometimes. So awareness, because basically I summarize all that I'm doing in one word, which is awareness, and awareness is like my hobby. So what I would like to do is I chose these three decks, and I'm going to pull a card from each to just say something about me briefly, so you get an idea of what I'm about. So let's do the first one, because you already know some things about me and I don't know yet anything about you. So if you would like to introduce yourself to me, I would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment in the comments below this video and I will read them because I'm very curious to see what will happen once I start posting these videos. I love studying tarot card readers on YouTube, and actually this is a brilliant moment to take a minute to say thank you to Erica Elmutz to begin with. I've been following her work for a little over a year now, I think. She is like an intuitive channeler, an energy worker, light bringer. She's really amazing, and her work is just usually very spot on, and she's very aligned. And she's very honest, very authentic, which I love about her. So Erica, if you ever see this, thank you so much for all that you do and for the inspiration. It's thanks to your work. I've been seeing many readers on YouTube that I realized, for example, that when we are working with cards, I really want the cards to be visible and not to have so many distractions or difficult angles where you can't see them. So the setup of filming above my desk, that's really what I saw from your work, and I'm really thankful for that, and I hope you keep doing it like that because it's very nice and peaceful to watch your videos about your energy work. Mystic Moon, Angela, is another reader I would love to thank because she's so honest and she's so like outgoing, and she's really clear on what she wants and who she channels for. Her messages are spot on often. both these teachers talk about masculine and feminine energies, and in relationship to concepts like twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, they try to help us understanding the energies, the dynamics of energies in relationships. And that's what really interests me also, because I am all about focusing on love and relationships, romantic relationships mostly. And the reason for that is my deepest core drive is to understand myself and to heal myself, to be more aligned with who I am at heart and in the core of my being, and that's light. So a lot of the stuff that we have difficulties with is 3D consciousness. It's coming from living life here on this planet where we are taught certain things and belief systems that are just sort of dragging us down and keeping us separate from who we really are as light beings. So those readers are actually helping me to focus on that. And it's very important to understand that if you watch those videos online for healing a love relationship, it's always true that you embody both masculine and feminine energy within your system. Like the yin yang symbol, that is who you are as a complete system. So it's very important to integrate both of these types of energies and to allow them both their space and heal both of them, because once you are balanced as a person, your love relationship will be balanced on the other hand. And this is also the reason I feel called to be here today. I have been doing this studying of awareness my entire life, like all of my life. Like I said, I'm 40 years of age now. Already as a child, I was very self-conscious and aware of things that most people were not so aware of. And from my early 20s on until now, I've been reading, studying, taking classes, going to workshops, writing, meditating, visualizing, you name it, anything I could get my hands on, new practices to sort of help me get closer to who I am in reality. And we are in a very difficult time right now on the world stage. And I really, really deeply believe that we're on the verge of this great awakening, as I see it's being called online, where we will move from 3D consciousness into a much more expansive, higher consciousness. And some people will refer to that as 5D consciousness. I don't really know if that's true. I don't really know if it's necessary to label it. To me, it's more about the expansion of letting go of the idea of separation and move into a much stronger awareness that we are all one in the core of our being. As A Course in Miracles teaches, minds are joined, bodies are not. So this great awakening, this moment in time, talks about letting go of our identification with who we believe to be, which is mostly our body and our existence, our personality, and move into a bigger realization of we are all interconnected and we are not as separate as we deeply believe that we are. So I write about that. I'm working on a book that's called Super Loved Relationships as we speak. And as all of this is coming together at this point in time, like we're in the world, we are in this new stage of jumping from this old period in a new period where we're going to go into more oneness. Our relationships are going to change because of our expanding awareness. And that is basically what I wanted to talk about and what I feel called to talk about on YouTube, and what I would love to use the cards for. Is to help us understand these changes and integrate them. Because in the essence of our relationships, what happens is not about the relationship and it's not about our partner. It's about who we are as a person and what we believe, I'm pointing at myself here, what we believe to be true about ourselves. And that's the whole reason I'm focusing on relationships, because they are easy for most of us to witness. Relationships are what occupies most of our thoughts, most of our time. Relationships is the area in our lives where we feel seen, heard, loved, safe, grounded, protected. We can be ourselves. We can fight, we can make up, we can, all these dynamics we experience in relationships. But actually, those dynamics are a mirror reflection of what's happening inside you. And that is what I teach eventually, in the end, if you strip down all the rest of the relationship stuff. So I love talking about relationships because, bottom line, anything that happens in your relationship is basically a message to you about something that's going on within you. So that's amazing to know, because if you know that, then you can heal that. So I feel called to be here today because this is my work. This is what I do. This is my hobby. This is my passion. This is what I live for. This is what I exist for. And yes, I do enjoy my day job and interacting with the people there, don't get me wrong. But if we talk about what's important in life, where actual growth is, this is the area. So the manuscript that I'm working on, I've called it Super Loved Relationship. And I'm sure you will hear a lot more about it. And I would really love to use this platform as an opportunity to help you dig deeper into your relationships dynamics and to actually dig deeper into yourself, basically, to look in the mirror and see who you are. All right, so that's my passion. I am going to pull 3 cards, as I said at the beginning of this video, to just say something about myself so you can know a little bit more about me other than what I just said. Dear cards, could you please give me the card that will help me introduce myself to this new YouTube channel? I think it's you. Okay, to begin with, I get 2 cards. That's always fun. It's breaking trail and choosing your path. Okay, so these cards are about walking your path, choosing your path, and actually breaking through any walls or beliefs and limitations. And actually this one, choosing path, no way, I got 3. So this is actually enough. Oh my goodness. Okay, so choosing my path. Here I am choosing my path. This is the first time I'm actually speaking out in the open. That's breaking trail for me because I found it up to this point very scary to be very authentic, to be very open, to be very vulnerable as a speaker, as a mentor, as a coach, as a light bringer. You can feel very vulnerable. And I feel like those boundaries are about to break away for me by doing this first step, taking this first step. And it will allow me to experience passion and pleasure, savor your life. So this is actually me responding to my calling in this moment. And you are a witness to it, which I totally love. So that's amazing. Thank you. And let's have another card that will say a little bit about me in this moment. This is just one card. Conclusions are within reach, a full moon eclipse. That's very interesting because this talks about like an overwhelm of emotions, of feelings. Things might come crashing down. New things might bubble up out of nowhere. Part of what's going to happen in this card, or what this card talks about, may be things that you have already foreseen. But the other half of this card is stuff that you haven't seen yet and that might take you by surprise. So for me, this is really about taking this step, about posting this first video, and it will help me take this new direction and a new dimension, not maybe a dimension. You know, I'm Dutch, sometimes I have to look for the right word in English to describe what it is that I'm feeling. A new step, I guess. It's just choosing the path, breaking the trail, passion and pleasure. Conclusions are within reach. I will be able to draw my conclusions about how things are going and what I would like to do with it. And this will help me move forward. And the last card for this session, Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So this is something I'm very into because energetically speaking, we keep all the information that we ever, had access to or lived through, experiences we've had, we keep them with us in our energy fields. And some people, some contacts we have contracts with, and they can, help us move forward, or they can block us in some form. So for me, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives has been a really important part of my work, but also of my personal development. And if I ever talk to people about energy, which I do sometimes, then I tell them this is important stuff, because you have to clear up your energy field and let go of things that are holding you back, because that's what you were meant to do. And you're ready to make room for new contracts and new agreements that are going to help you move along. So, unbound, feeling free to do this is just what's really going to make a difference. And I feel really excited about that. So, thank you to Spirit and to the guides for showing me this. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to doing more videos, so I hope to see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.